of my journey is when the moments in my journeys that really change everything in regards to pleasure and conscious sexuality. So often I have people asking me, how did you get into this work? And talking about like working with the universe or with my online program. And often I'm like, I don't know, it's not really something that as a 7 years old, when I grow up, I want to be an orgasm activist. I want to be spreading the yoni love. That wasn't really what I was thinking about at that age. But it was really kind of the circumstances and the experiences I had in my life that kind of took me there. So for this week, I will be sharing some of the moments that really changed everything for me and that really guiding me into that direction and into this work. And I will be sometimes sharing stories, or I'll be also sharing some practices that had a huge impact on me. So some will be directed to both men and women, and some will be more directed to women and working with our own pleasure and sexuality. My stories are like, I feel a little bit vulnerable to start this series because I'm going to be sharing with you some really sacred moments in my life. And at first it was really like, it's almost like you're putting something out there. And I feel in my workshop or in my program, I feel there is a natural respect from people, but to put it on social media and Facebook and Instagram, I feel a little bit like, oh my God, be gentle with this, because those are really sacred moments that I shared with partners, and I'm not going to be sharing their name in order to respect them. I have asked consent to my partners who I'm going to be talking about, and they were all really happy that I share this story because they know how powerful it can be. But yeah, please respect them and see them as sacred, because it's very personal. I guess why I'm sharing this is because I've been on a journey of exploring my own body, sexuality, and pleasure for almost 10 years now. And I started with like just exploring with my partner at the time, and really like getting to understand the power of conscious sexuality. Then I created a program called the 21 Days of Pleasure Challenge, where I took women on a journey to connecting with their own body and really coming home to themselves, and let go of any sense of shame around their sexuality and touching themselves. And I worked with a lot of women doing yoni massage and yoni mapping therapy, and I've also worked for the last 2 years running a co-founded with Bonnie Bliss the Universe Workshop, which we like to say the real sex education you wish you had in high school. That's what a lot of people who come to our workshops say, and we've been running them all over Australia for the past 2 years. We've almost had 1,000 people coming to our workshop. So I've had a lot of my personal journey, but also like I've been in this world for a while now, and that's why I'm sharing. And my intention in sharing the specific personal stories is to maybe open up some possibilities or inspire you to explore something new, connect with your partner in a different way. Some of them I share in my workshop, but I've just felt called to put it out there because I just want more people to hear about this and learn ways that you can connect with yourself and find ways to connect deeper with your partner. This is actually my first proper Facebook Live and Instagram Live, so thanks guys for joining. So the first story that I want to talk about today is about the turning point on my sexual journey and how I naturally stumble upon slow sex and what is required on your journey to be your own teacher. So before that experience, my sex life was pretty passionate. I thought I had a really good sex life. I had a lot of pleasure with my partner. Like I felt like I've always been quite sexual, and I've had quite a few different sexual partners. And but what I found is after staying for a while with a partner, we will kind of fall into a pattern of finding the things that worked, and then we will just like go through the motions. So I don't know if you've experienced that, but it's like, okay, we're starting, I'm on top of you, and then we're like going on the side and then from behind, and we finish in this position because then I can touch my clitoris as well, and I know I'm going to come, and all is well. But it's kind of like a routine of position and way to make love. And with a partner I was with almost 10 years ago now, it was really different. He already introduced me to a lot of different things. He kind of introduced me to spirituality and opened my world to Tantra. I didn't know about Tantra before. He was really into active meditation, and we did a lot of meditation together. And so he brought a lot of awareness of my body and a lot of awareness of relating that then I used to explore more with him. And what was really interesting is like I love exploring. If you give me something, then I'm going to take it and run with it. So he introduced me to this world of spirituality and meditation. And I was like, what if we meditate while you're inside me? I was like, and just see what happens. So it was like, oh yeah, okay, why not? And so one day we decided to explore that. Before that, we had already like explored a lot of kind of gazing, meditation, like really being present with each other. So we practiced that beforehand. And then that day, he actually, we actually played with each other. And when he was hard, he entered me and just rested on my body. And we were just both with our eyes closed and really tuning into the slightest sensation in our body and in our genitals. And it was really interesting because after a while, it started to slowly kind of soften. And I was like in my head, oh my God, like this is not going to work because now it's getting soft and whatever. And for him, he told me afterwards that when that was happening, he had his mind going, oh my God, I'm not a man, I don't have a hard on anymore. What is she going to think? All that monkey mind stuff. But we stayed with it and we just like let that happen. And I could really feel him like move inside as he was slowly getting softer and softer. And then all of a sudden, just before he came out, like he just like naturally started getting hard again. And I could really feel everything, all the little sensation as that was happening and the rush of the energy inside me. And then it started going soft again and hard again. And it was beautiful to feel all the subtle sensations that we were unable to notice or be present with when we were in a lot of movement and a lot of friction, I guess. So that was like a journey for us. That's the point where we were like, oh my God, like I wonder how much we can explore, how present we can be to all the little sensation. So from that point on, like a lot of our making really slowed down, and we had a lot of really intentional presence. We paused a lot and just breathe together, and eye gaze and just rest in the moment. Because what I found is often when we are wanting more in sex, or that's what has happened with me in the past, it's kind of that feeling of emptiness inside, and you just want to be filled up, and it's kind of like, oh, harder and faster and harder and faster, but it's almost like you can never reach that point of being filled. And what I notice is if instead of keep going that way, I would relax, that's when I would feel a lot more sensation, and those sensations would give me that sense of fullness that I was craving and looking for. So that was a turning point in our relationship, and it's actually a movement that is called slow sex, and it wasn't something I was aware about, and I didn't know about it until only a couple of years ago. But it's all about letting go of a goal in your lovemaking, and really resting within experiencing everything that is there in the moment. It really helps to develop your sensitivity, because the more you go hard and fast, the less sensitive your genitals are going to be. It's counterintuitive, but the less you do, the more you develop sensitivity. So that was our journey that we took together, and we really came to such a point of awareness and presence when he was inside me that it almost felt like our genitals were talking, responding to each other. So there'd be like, he could feel energy at the tip of his penis, and there'd be a response inside of me. And I've had that experience before as well, just lying next to a partner and feeling like his arousal is they're already kind of teasing each other or flirting with each other. That's the sensation that I've had. And so what else do I want to tell about that? What I've experienced as sensation inside has ranged from like a lot of tingling, like feeling wave going through my body. I've had like kind of spiral of energy at the back of my yoni that I've never experienced before, and that I would feel sometime for weeks inside of me. But all those sensations, I would never have been able to feel them or be aware of them if I had kept going for the goal of orgasm or going through the position until I get what I want. It really required us to let go of that and to come to a place of, oh, what is here in the moment, and how much can we feel and how much can we connect together. So I'm going to try to keep my stories to about 15 minutes, just because, we don't want to be on there forever. We all have a life. But that's that was a turning point in the way that I make love. I still love sometimes a passionate embrace, but for me, it required a lot of practice of slow sex in order to be fully present in faster sex. Because the more is happening, it's almost like the less I can feel it all. Do you understand what I mean? So yeah, I really recommend exploring that with your partner. Just tonight you can say, shall we meditate? I say it's the best way to meditate. So in conclusion, really what I find is required to really expand your sexual journey is curiosity. I didn't read this in a book. No one told me, go and explore that. I didn't know there was a slow sex movement, or that by slowing down I could feel more sensation. It was just because I was curious and I wanted to explore. So really what's required is an openness and giving yourself permission to try everything in the bedroom, like everything sacred, to even try things just once if you want, but like to give yourself permission that there is nothing that's too weird or too out there. So then like there is a space to discuss desire and explore new things. If for me, like if you do like boredom and monotony in the bedroom, if you keep doing the same thing, is a killer. If you want to have a healthy sexual relationship, do new things, explore new things, talk together. Don't do the same position, like not always in the bed. That will bring fire to and excitement to your relationship, because as much as we need certainty, we need uncertainty. Those are basic needs. And too many relationships die because too many like men or women don't want to have sex after a while because it doesn't fully fulfill them. And the reason for that a lot of the time is monotony or repetitive sex, or not being with a partner that's not really present. And yeah, as I said, explore slowing down, explore pausing with your partner, and just taking a moment to eye gaze and really feel each other and tell each other beautiful things that really help in your relationship. So that's my story for today. Today I will be sharing, as I said, a few different stories every day for the whole week. And tomorrow, what am I going to talk about? Oh yeah, how to expand your pleasure capacity. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you have a beautiful day. And if you wish to learn more about what I do, you can look on my Facebook, both my website and the Universe website. So thanks for joining me. Have a beautiful day. I did my first live. Ow, ow! Ciao.